have so many things to talk about, so I guess we could just kind of dive in.
But I don't want to make it about me.
I mean, you should. Brooke, I'm crazy. Oh my God, there was an earthquake. I had no idea. I thought I was going crazy. Good evening. This is Brooke and Danielle with Natural Disasters Live, and they really just make you look like a boss-ass biatch.
Yep. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Gals on the Go podcast. It's Brooke.
And Danielle. Hope you're all having just a fabulous day. And it's just going to get more fabulous. Because it's us.
Because it's the gals.
The gals popping in your ear or your speaker in your car.
Hope everyone is doing well. Danielle and I, we've been apart for like a week, so we have a lot to catch up on.
We do.
We have a lot on the agenda. We've got to talk wedding. We've got to talk lacrosse. We've got to talk
Earthquakes.
Earthquakes. Holy shit.
I have things to say or ask. There's so much. Did you say lacrosse? I'm dead. Yeah, we have to talk about lacrosse.
It's on the agenda.
It's literally
part of the note,
on
the
the
minutes.
agenda. I want to talk luteal phase. Like
when you first said that, I was thinking of like the phase of the moon. You know, like
'cause
waxing,
eclipse vibes.
waning.
Mhm.
Like I was like, oh, the lunar.
You're like, okay, you're thinking lunar, maybe. Yep.
Yes. It's
No.
like waning gibbous or like they have like that's literally the names of them.
Wow.
If it's waxing or waning, it's like the direction. I think your mom would know
Waxing.
more. We'll
I'm
have to
sure. We'll
consult
have to
the
call in.
stars. Yeah.
Phone a friend. No, yeah, we have so many things to talk about. So I guess we could just kind of dive in
Deep
per
dive.
se. So like, how are you? How are you feeling?
Oh wow, thank you. Okay, therapy.
I was thinking sometimes when we go to podcasts, I'm like, I can't wait for therapy today. Okay, gals on the Go podcast. We get to just talk.
Yeah, just hash how I've been feeling.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I've been good. Like I feel like everything.
Doing well, stable.
Yeah, no, like spring is good. Oh, when this episode comes out, it's the week of my birthday, I guess. So that's exciting.
It is your birth
yeah.
week. Your birthday would have happened.
I know.
So you're
I know. So
already
I'm 27. I feel weird about that age. Like I've
I
been
know, you said that
reflecting
the
on
other
that age
day.
lately because it is the age that my mom had me. So I feel like that always like that gets you a little bit. You're like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm there.
Like
okay.
that is what my mom was doing at this age. Yep.
Yeah. And not that I feel good with where I'm at. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I've accomplished like a good
Definitely.
amount for my age. Like I don't feel behind in those ways, but I'm just like I'm a full-fledged adult. I'm 20. I'm a 27-year-old woman. I can't look at myself anymore and be like, I'm fresh out of college, 23. Like I'm 27 now. So I have to present myself that
know.
way. I'm working on one of my goals for 27 is to just become like I love being silly, goofy, Brooke, like I still want to be that way. But I want to be a little bit more refined, mature. Like I want to be like one of those friends that people consult when they're like making a big life decision.
I feel like people do already. So maybe you'll just capitalize on a little.
Yeah, and just be like proud of the
Yeah.
answers that I'm giving.
Oh,
them
that's
and be
really
like a little
cute.
bit more put together in all elements. I
Yeah.
feel like that's like a style goal.
I do feel like people already do. I mean, you know this. People will come to you, like random influencers will literally message Brooke and say, hey, can you hop on a call? Like often. Brooke's like, what can I do you for?
Yeah, I'm like,
Welcome to the Curious Shop.
Literally.
Hope you find what you're
How
looking
bad's
for.
the issue?
Yeah.
We'll see what we
No,
can
you do give really great advice. So that's cool
Thanks.
that you want to prioritize that even more. And
Yeah, I just trying to become a more. It's not even like I want to become better at giving advice. Like I feel like I want to like learn and experience more so that I could I just want to become a more refined person. But 27, I feel like it's the right age to do that. That feels
Yeah,
right to
definitely.
me. But I do feel like it's that crossroads between like you're not in your early 20s anymore. Like, and I do believe you could dress however the fuck you want at any age.
Totally.
I truly do believe that. But personally, I'm like I feel like for my personal style, I'm like I'm at a crossroads of the 20s, like show all of your skin, you're young, you're sexy, whatever, but then also I'm polished and I'm like mature, but I don't want to go like matronly. Like so,
I know.
So I'm just thinking about that too.
It's fun things to think about. Like I love certain people I follow on Instagram. They talk about how I'm sure you've seen her where she'll show, this is an outfit I would have worn when I was 23 and now I'm going to elevate it to me being 27. And it's like change the crop top for a tank. Not that you have to or don't have to, but it's just fun to kind of play with it. When you walked up today, I was like, oh my gosh, mature, but not in a bad way.
Yes.
Your trench
sexy,
coat,
mature.
the top.
That's
Because
the
it's still
vibe.
like it's
Thanks.
skin.
It is, but like tasteful
It's
skin. Like
tasteful.
it's not like
I love it.
boom. Like,
Yeah.
there we are. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? No,
So that's my vibe. So 27, feeling crazy, really. Saying those words out of my mouth, I'm like, every other age, I feel like I'd be like, oh, I'm 25, I'm 26. Like 27, I'm like, whoa.
20. How old are you?
Close
27.
Yeah, that is.
And it's funny what you say
an age.
about like when you're 27, you're not in your early 20s anymore. I, the other day, posted something on TikTok. It was me and my friends trying to coordinate a day when to frickin' hang out. And I'm like, this is hysterical. Like, I think I'm going to start doing a when to meet. Have you heard of these websites, when to meet? So you put in on all of your days in the calendar that you could hang out in the times. Like people, like brands sometimes will say, hey, fill out your when to meet. And then your friends go in and then they find like a common time you all can.
Oh, I don't know if I've done like Calendly or whatever.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. And I'm like, I need to start doing this with my friends because then you're all texting and it's like, okay, like this if you can do that. And then one person can't.
Oh, I love it.
You know what I mean? But anyways, we were all texting and I was like, this is just funny. So I put it on TikTok and I said, post grad, trying to hang out with your friend. And someone commented, when are you not post grad? And I was like, you're so right. Like I keep saying I'm post grad, but like I need to eventually not be post grad. But we're always post grad.
You could be 75 and
yeah,
you'll be post grad. Technically, yes.
But it definitely hit me and I was like, ooh, like I'm 25. I still, like, to me, I'm like, I just graduated, but it has been 3 years. But like to me, I'm like, oh yeah, post grad.
3 years is a minute. Yeah.
I know.
I was thinking about that. We probably won't do any more like college content anymore. Like really, I mean, we could of course talk about our time in college, but like how there was a time where we were like, okay, it's college season. Like we gotta
like
do
no
this.
more back to school.
Yeah. Now it's like we're past that.
I mean, we do have followers who are in grad school and law school. So, but yeah, I guess we didn't even do anything really this last year. I remember that was really hard my first year out of college. Like I was like, it's August. I should be doing something. But I do feel that there's this new sense of excitement every August, no matter if you're in college or not. I do feel that way.
Like after the summer.
Yeah, it's like that after the summer, let's get our shit together kind of thing. I do still like that there's like this overall excitement in the air.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it because I feel like January is the cliche, but it's of course January 1st, New Year's resolutions, whatever. And some people do like their review in June for like, oh, okay, like what have I, accomplished? But I feel like it's probably more beneficial to do the review in like August or something.
Yeah, summer's a wash.
Yeah. Like enjoy your life.
Yeah.
You get to, yeah. So anyways, 27, that's my update.
I love it. I can't wait. We're going to go for a breakfast brunch for you.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be good vibes.
I just didn't want to do anything crazy this year.
Yeah.
You know me. I feel like
I'm so chill.
I'm just so relaxed.
I told the lady that because I told her, I was like, oh, Brooke's birthday is next Monday. She was like, oh, is she doing anything? I was like, no. She's like, fuck, I want to go back to Six Flags. I was like, how is that already a year ago that I sat in someone else's poop? Not to make your birthday about me.
You were allowed to, though, with a story like that.
Yeah. It was that made it such a fun. We like had the best day though.
Yeah, it was so random. It was like overcast. We were like the only ones there. I feel like the park was so empty.
It made it better though. We didn't have to wait in any line.
Yeah, someone lost their wallet. Oh my god.
Yeah. Will you do dinner or like walk us through what you're gonna do or nothing?
So I'm still I'm trying to decide if I'm doing stuff on my actual birthday or if on Sunday. I want to go to dinner on my birthday.
But weekend, it's like right there.
So I'm seeing friends over the weekend, like Saturday. I'm like celebrating like.
Aren't friends coming to town this weekend?
Yes, a few friends are. Yeah. So Saturday, I'm like seeing friends, like going out. So, but I don't want to make it about me.
I mean, you should. Do they know it's your birthday?
Yeah,
weekend?
no, of course.
Oh, then they'll do
like,
something.
I mean, they're texting for it. Like they're being like, "Oh, it's Brooke's birthday weekend." I'm like, yeah. Like I'm sure I'll sing happy birthday and whatever, and we'll go out and have fun. But my birthday's on a Monday, and I'm like, okay, should we just do the birthday dinner on Sunday then? But then no, like I guess we should do it on my actual birthday. I did actually order. I literally ordered myself a cake because I've been wanting.
I knew
to
there was
cake.
something. I'm like, give me something. You did something.
No, I wanted to try a cake from this place. It's actually called From Lucy. Is the name. You've seen it? They have the pretty flowers on them and stuff. There's a chocolate espresso cake. I hope it's good because they're getting some airtime here. Yeah,
giving it some airtime. I know. We have to update it.
Yeah, so I did order. I was like. Oh, birthday cake is very important to me. That is like
oh, is it?
Like a sweet treat on my birthday? Yeah. It doesn't have to be a cake. It could be a cupcake and just
I feel
something.
Like, I agree with that statement. Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, so I did order that. For Sunday though, because I was like, maybe if I go to I guess I could always keep it in the fridge until Monday or something. I wasn't really sure. I'm not the tentative. Yeah.
I can't wait to see
Follow
what pans
me on Instagram
out.
for the updates.
I know. I'm sure. Will you do like a birthday vlog?
Yeah.
It'll be included
there will
somewhere.
be posts.
There'll be things for you to follow along.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really excited for you nonetheless.
Yeah. What about you? Tell me about your travels and everything. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know what I'm thinking.
Champagne Poppy?
Danielle's going through her random era.
I am. I'm going through my Brooke era, honestly. Like, I feel like you making all these random decisions.
You are. You're like, should I just book a flight this weekend? Like, fuck it, I will. Like, should I move my flight so I can go to a concert? Sure. Like,
I have to say, us recording the podcast last week, when we were talking about it, And then when you said, like, oh, are you going to go next week? I was like, oh, I can't. Like, I have a flight. It really got me thinking. And I was like, am I really going to not go to this concert? Basically, a lot more went into it than I'll, like, get into. But the plans that I thought were happening were not happening. Like, I thought the reason Ryan and I were flying on Thursday was for a specific reason. And then I found out there was no reason that we were flying in on Thursday and we could have flown in Friday morning. So I had a conversation with Ryan. I said, I had to preface, like, okay, so how crazy would you think I was if I changed my flight and flew in tomorrow morning instead so I could go to Drake? And he was like, are you serious? He was like on the phone on speaker with his roommate. And his roommate's like, yeah, you gotta do it. And Ryan's like, I mean, I can't. Like, he's the sweetest. Like, he could have totally been like, absolutely not.
Yeah, like you're crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I need to see what this Drake thing's all about. Like, what's going on? But he really was like, it's crazy to me, but you're right. You're not needed tonight. There's no, like, you can go. And I found out that we were flying with, like, another friend too. So he wasn't going to be alone. It was him and his guy friend and me. So I would have been, like, third wheeling on the friendship. So I was like, you guys fly down. You can get a beer at the airport and, like, have a whole night. They, like, watched whatever that night together. Sports, I assume. I was going to say basketball, but I don't know if it was on that night.
Some sort of.
Yeah. So, and I'm here to tell you, I'm happy I went.
Amazing. So you made the right call. Yeah.
I made the right call. Guys, it was, because Brooke was texting me. She was like, well, are you going to go? It was Thursday, the day of the concert.
Down to the final. Like, I was like, wait, what time's your flight? Because you were like, I still don't know at like 10 a.m. I was like, when's the flight? When's the concert?
And poor Kat. So Kat, our amazing friend, she had mentioned to me the week prior that she really wanted to go and, like, couldn't get it together. And so I knew that there was someone that wanted to go. So I texted her the day before. Poor thing. I'm, like, having her wait in the wings. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna yet, but would you be down if? And she's like, yeah, of course. Like, obviously, but, like, you do you. So poor Kat literally.
She's on standby.
Literally on standby. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, plan your day. And she did. She ended up planning things and it, like, worked out fine with the timing. But I texted her. I was like, no. We got to do this. What ended up happening is I went to this, like, influencer event. I was talking to Glow with Ava. And I was like, I need your help. Like, what should I do? And she was like, all signs are pointing for you to go to Drake. And I don't know why, but in that moment when she told me that, I said, I'm going to go. It was like 2 or 3 p.m. I still hadn't checked in for my flight because I feel like once you check in for your flight, you, like, can't change it or something. I don't really know. I got nervous.
I don't even know the rules for the changing of the flight anyways. Like, did you have to pay extra for that?
No. It was like an easy, everything was just making sense. Did I have to pay for the ticket? Yes. Did I use Game Time? Yes.
That was a Game Time decision.
Yeah, that's why I love Game Time.
Yeah,
I did the same thing with Jingle Ball. Like, so fun.
Yeah, you're a last minute concert. Actually, Game Time was designed for people.
Game Time is for Danielle Carolyn. No, it's so nice because all in prices, guys. So we saw the price. I could see the view from our seats. The seats that we got that night were the best seats I'd had the whole time.
I did notice that you were very close.
Because then I had gone so many times that I was like, oh, well, Drake's going to come out in this area in the beginning. So I knew we'd be close. Oh, my God. I was unwell. And Kat, we had the best time. Gretchen and Max were there that night.
Oh, did you run into them?
No, they texted me and Max responded to my story. He goes, I should have known you'd be here. They were, like, in the box with all the other hockey players.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
I'm so sad. Obviously wouldn't think I was there. I'd already gone twice. Like, why would they even think to text me?
And it's in Jersey. If anything, you go to the one maybe.
Yeah, I already did.
Yeah.
But again, I will say I'm so happy I went because I guess I was a little bit drunker than I thought the last two. And there were some songs towards the end. I was like, oh, he does this song.
Are you sure? Maybe he switched it up.
Maybe he switched it up. I'm going to tell myself that. But either way, I was really, like, present. I really didn't take a lot of videos. But then I was like, oh, my God, we're so close. I have to take some videos.
To just show the view, of course, yeah.
And it was nice. And, oh, my God, if you guys went to the live show, you know, we did, like, a segment where you rate the level of panic. It happened to us where we walked up and people were in our seats.
Who was in the wrong?
It was, like, they didn't even have tickets.
How did they get in?
I have no idea. So these two young men literally are looking at us and we're like, yeah, you. Thank God Kat's like, get out.
You out
and
of
Kat
here.
was like, this is literally from the live show, like a panic moment. And I was like, I'm so nervous. So they walk out and they go, do you think, so we don't actually have tickets? Do you think we could squeeze with you? And I literally don't know what came over me because normally I'd be like, okay. I was like, no, like we paid good money to be here.
Absolutely not.
Also, if they don't have tickets, like, they were like in the first, we were like in the first 7 rows. Like, fuck off.
You can definitely find a place to view it up somewhere else. Yeah. You're not going to take away from someone else. A big good money.
No, they didn't even, I was like, how did you get in?
How did they get in? That's a security question, I think, too.
It was crazy. But so update, I went. I got so many. Kat even was like, I see why you wanted to go to this multiple times. Like, it was fun.
Oh, really?
Like, okay, good.
Is she, like, as deep of a fan as you are?
She knew, like, all the songs.
So that's good. You have the same, like, the same vibe.
Yeah.
No, you're fucking insane for this. Like, the
so
3 things
insane.
in a row, like, because I was at a dinner. I was at a brand event for
yeah.
Vince Camuto hosted by the Autries. Everyone was asking, where's Danielle? I was like, oh,
I
she's
know,
a Drake
I felt so
again.
bad.
I was like, I said my line that I said to everybody. I was like, Danielle says Drake is her Taylor Swift, and everyone rolled their eyes. They were like, oh my God.
Well, because that's the thing. People go to Taylor Swift 3 nights in a row. So why can't I go to Drake?
No, you're entitled to that.
I know. I do feel bad because that I had said no because I was like, oh, I'm not going to be in town. And then I switched my flight. So, but that looked really nice. Was that
like
fun?
In that case, like, would you message Margot and be like, oh, like, or did you just not say anything?
I was going to, but then I was like, that is so people pleaser of you. Like
I figured that would be your normal
normally
routine.
I'd be like, just so you know. But I was like, I feel like she'll see my realize.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird that I didn't
the
reach
word
out to
about
her.
you.
But I figured you would tell them, and they
I
knew
spread the good word.
Yeah. Hopefully they weren't upset. But the dinner looked nice.
Yeah, it was great.
How was Teresi? Was the food good?
Great food. I sat across from Taylor Strecker, who was so nice. I'm so glad I got to meet her.
She seems really cool.
Yeah, great. I mean, she's hysterical. Like, great vibes. Yeah. And then Katie too. So we got to catch up. The food amazing. And I got some they sent over like shoes before we got to pick out. I've been wearing these shoes like nonstop. They're great.
Go Vince Camuto.
Yeah. My mom's a big Vince Camuto fan. I remember like growing up, we would go to DSW and she'd be like, Vince Camuto. Oh my God.
Yeah. I feel like they've been around.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Not to be confused with Vince.
True.
I wonder if there's any sort of affiliation because I always feel like it's like, you know how there's like Mark by Mark Jacobs.
Yeah.
Like, is it Vince?
I think it's completely different.
I do
if I had to
too, which
guess.
is so crazy. Yeah.
They both do clothing too, but I feel like Vince is more like elevated clothing.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of a higher price point too. Okay, so I went to Drake, then the next morning I did a 6 a.m. flight.
It was at 6 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
So
I landed at 8:30.
So
I took a nap. Brooke, I'm crazy.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that it was like that.
No drugs were involved either. I did it all sober.
No, that's next level. I thought that you were just like, oh, I'll get on at 10 a.m. But
No,
6 a.m. So
because we had a 5-hour flight.
5 hours.
A 5-hour drive from Atlanta to Beaufort, South Carolina.
Oh my God, and then you just started the weekend. That's a terrible way to start a wedding weekend.
Yeah, I did it fine though because I was like with all like people I felt so comfortable with, and I slept I kind of slept on the plane and like in the car, and there were other guys in the car, so we all. No, it was pretty crazy, but I kind of loved it.
The rush.
You sent me that TikTok. Like, you know, you go through your party phase, fun, crazy phase, 20s, and then you kind of like chill for a little bit, and then you like go after. I feel like I'm in that after.
Yeah, you're in your second. Yeah.
I don't know, because like I feel like there was a minute I was just like not into like, not even partying, just like doing so many things all at once, and I don't know. I am really happy I did that. But anyways, that day, we literally landed. I landed in Atlanta, and then I get a text from Delaney, oh my gosh, an earthquake just happened. This is where
it
you
was
come
at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a text too. I got, my group chat, my like
everything.
Ben texted me like, oh, I think we just had an earthquake. So then
Wow.
And I was actually in my closet cleaning out my closet at that time. So I don't know if it was due to my location in my apartment or like because I wasn't really paying attention. I feel like I was like deep in my
because you can feel shaky, but it's maybe because you're in the hangars.
I just wasn't focused, and then I like checked my phone 5 minutes later to that, and I was like,
so you really felt nothing?
No, I felt literally nothing. There was no shake, there was no noise, there was nothing.
What about the aftershock that happened later that day?
No, I didn't feel that either. Nothing. I know. So then I was
you
like,
also
maybe
at home?
Yes.
Maybe it's your apartment. Good grounds.
But I was thinking that the higher up you are, you would think you almost feel more of a shake. But then I read something that said that the buildings, they're not meant to like withstand like big earthquakes, but like a lot New York buildings are designed like in a certain way that they're sturdy.
That. And we have sturdier ground, I guess, than like LA, for example. They say like that's why New York can have all these skyscrapers. Apparently, it's because we have a different floor base. I don't understand how all of that works, but
some
I
of my
had
friends
FOMO.
rattle. Oh, really? Have you never experienced an earthquake?
No, have you?
Yeah, there was one on Long Island in like.
Oh, it's all like 2011 or like.
Yes, something like that.
So you felt that one?
Yes, I did feel that one. I remember the chandelier swaying. Like I remember that. That's not like crazy. A visible shake where you're like, whoa, like, like in the movies or whatever. Like, it's not like, duck for cover. Like, thank gosh we don't experience. Like, I feel like people, I mean, I'm sure that there were problems or whatever, but I feel like it was like, my perfume bottles were rattling. Like, that, like, that's like when, like, a fire truck drives by my apartment, that happens. You know what I mean? Like, I live on the loudest fucking street. Like,
no, you're so right. When I walked back into my apartment on Sunday, my dad said, is anything displaced in your apartment? Displaced was the word used.
That's so funny.
I can't lie. When I walked in, I was looking at my shelves like, oh my God, are there any frames down? No.
Oh my gosh, your vases are like.
I mean, that's so true though. Like even when my neighbor opens their door and shuts it, all my shelves like shake.
Exactly.
So you're right. Like
city
living in New York.
It's kind of you're at the whims of like if a car door slams, like I could hear it. I'm on like a really high up floor.
Yeah, that's so true. My poor aunt. Oh my God. So as soon as the earthquake happened, I thought of my aunt because she's like been recovering from surgery. She's at home. So I call her and I'm like, hey, like, and she lives alone. I was like, hey, did you feel the earthquake? She's like, Danielle, oh my God, there was an earthquake. I had no idea. I thought I was going crazy because she's on pain medicine for her surgery.
Oh my
She's on the phone with her
God.
coworker, and her coworker's like, it's probably just the meds. Like, don't worry.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
oh my God, I feel so much better. Imagine. Like,
She just experienced that, and she's like, these are some crazy meds. She's going for a ride on those meds.
she's like,
Damn.
wow, this is working.
That's really funny. That's really great. Well, what a bit.
I normally find bras to be so uncomfortable and constricting. They're the first thing I take off when I get home, truly. But Skims has changed that. You know I love Skims underwear, so I finally tried their bras, and Skims has delivered again. Skims bras are worth the hype for the amazing shape and support they give. But what I wasn't expecting was how comfortable they are. Even the underwire bras I'm wearing all day and barely even notice. Definitely not the first thing I take off when I come home anymore. As I'm recording this, I'm wearing my black Skims bra. I love it. I love the shape that it gives, and it's very comfortable, like I was saying. So I highly suggest I'm wearing Skims underwear. I'm just turning into a Skims person in general. The Fits Everybody t-shirt bra from Skims is the best t-shirt bra I have ever owned. Hands down, like you actually can't see it under a t-shirt. The straps are adjustable and the material is the best for all day comfort. Shop Skims bras at skims.com, now available in 62 sizes, 30A to 46H. If you haven't yet, be sure to let them know we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select Gals on the Go in the drop-down menu that follows.
No, my parents didn't feel it either. Because I texted them too. I was like, did you feel it? They're like, nah.
Neither. I know you said your mom didn't do
No.
that. Wow.
I think that they were also doing something like an active task, maybe.
I
So
feel
that's
like
why if you were like in the
or if
midst
you were
of
outside, I
something.
heard you didn't feel it as much because maybe you're not seeing things. I have FOMO. I
guess you
can't
haven't really,
lie.
but you didn't miss much, I can assure you. The only thing that you missed that caused me to go into a red panic was the fucking when my phone went off like 30 minutes later with like the Amber Alert sound, the like yeah, or
I
whatever,
hate
and
that.
and everybody's phone goes off. Like, so it's just
Yes.
like you just hear it because it's all my neighbors' phones are going off. Whatever. I'm like, we're all in this together. But it was like 30 minutes, right?
was
Like
just to
30
tell
minutes or
you.
so, like after. Yes.
Just to tell you that happened.
No, and I was like, is it happening again? And it was like, by the way, like you just had an earthquake. I'm like, I fucking know
Thank
now.
you.
Like, you're
I
telling me
do
a little
know.
late. And then it said like expect aftershocks. And then after the aftershock, like 30 minutes later, it was like, there was an aftershock. It's like, I know. I know.
A little delayed.
Yeah, it was very delayed. But I guess how fast could they really get the news out?
But like, why even? Maybe they say it for people like my aunt who live alone and they don't
They
know,
experienced
don't have
that
the
and they
news
were-
on.
That sound to me was worse than their, like, I mean, I didn't
That
experience
sound?
it. That sound will, like, that brought my heart rate to, like, my Oura ring was probably like, you're about to
Yeah.
die. Like,
No,
you're
that's gone off
experiencing a
for me
heart
in like
attack.
the nail salon when like everyone's phones go off for the Amber Alert. or
Yeah,
whatever,
it's like
maybe.
code red, like something's
Yeah.
happening. Mhm.
That one, you're right. That sound will send you into an orbit.
Yes.
It's very scary.
Especially when you're just existing, I was just in my
living
apartment
life.
just by myself. I was like,
That's
oh my
so
God.
funny
Ducks
that you.
recover. Like,
I
hit the
I
deck.
just would have loved to know what you would have done. What did you think you would have done if you experienced it?
Probably just been like, oh wow, we're experiencing this right now. There's really not much you can do.
Yeah,
Like
you
that's the
just-
thing in the
yeah.
like they say like you can stand in, I think a door frame is like one of the best places. I don't know. There's not much to do. That's the thing. You can't really protect too much.
Yeah, there were some really funny memes. Oh my God, there was one Delaney sent that I was actually peeing my pants. I'll have to revisit because I can't remember. But it was fun. I'm sure
What
you're
about
a
how
meme queen.
There's a lot of people who like moved from LA to New York and they're like, yeah, I got it. Like escape the earthquakes and then they like experience an earthquake here. Some memes about that. And it's like,
Yes. Oh wait,
like-
here. Oh, this was really funny. Wait, I found it. I promise. Oh, someone tweeted, "Did ... Harlem shake?"
That's actually very funny.
That
That's funny.
reading that. You know when you read something and you like weren't expecting it. I laughed out loud.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That warranted like
there
a
were
haha.
some, yeah. I just didn't want it, like I wasn't gonna post like, guys, I didn't feel it. And then I just saw everyone posting like, did you feel it? Did you not feel it? And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I mean to me,
I was
like,
waiting
it
for the
just-
Brooke story.
I just wasn't like, to me, I was just
Yeah.
like,
I posted
alright.
about it.
Yeah, you were like, hope
Because
everybody's
everyone's okay.
I'm like, prayers for New York City.
Well, because I was like, I'm gonna make a joke about it, and everyone's gonna like hate me for it. You never know these days. So I was like,
I cope with you. Like I would have been like, some people they slept through it. Like I guess every building is different.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've loved hearing the stories. Everyone's different experiences in it. Like, what if we were podcasting?
I saw one girl's
been cool.
TikTok. She said taking a video because she thought it was like the boiler system in her, because she lives in an old apartment. And she thought it was the boiler system, and she was going to send it to like her super and be like, yo, what's going on? Because everything was
boiling.
shaking.
Something's bubbling down there.
Because like the old heating system, sometimes they go, like,
It's like, it's a little extra shaky today. That's really silly.
Like, I'm sick of this. It happens every week.
I know.
The boiler
Imagine if
system.
you live in like California. I feel like it happens all the time, and they're
Yeah.
so used to it.
No, I mean, Taylor's in that huge apartment building.
Yeah.
And she experiences it, but what do you do? There's not much you can do.
Nah, and you don't get a warning. Like with hurricanes, you at least know it's coming.
Yeah.
Crazy
Yeah, so
phenomenon.
Twister.
Yeah, Twister.
Get in your shelter or whatever, right? Like the
Yeah.
hurricane.
So that
or
was
the
the weather
storm
segment
shelter?
of Gals on the Go.
Yeah, or natural disaster.
Natural-
I guess. Oh my
We're both like,
gosh.
good
Yes,
evening. This is
so,
Brooke and
yes.
Danielle with Natural Disasters Live, and we're here to come to you 2 weeks later to talk about
Yeah,
that.
it's a little. I like totally forgot about that. Like that's like my.
You were so like unbothered by this earthquake.
I was unbothered by that one. My news cycles are just so quick these days. Like I feel like
know.
even celebrity news, everything. I feel like it happens, and it's like it's just so. We're in a revolving door of life. you know?
Yeah, I think I just like to beat things to the ground. I've noticed about
Oh.
myself. I love to just talk about things for
Mhm.
like a long time.
Let's go over it. Like, what would you have done if you were here?
Oh, totally. Like, I feel like instead of like asking people about the weather this week, I've been like, so did you feel the earthquake? Like, you know, when you're like talking to someone you don't really know, and you go for the weather. Okay, well, now I've been going for the earthquake,
Yeah.
going for the jugular.
Oh, it's a good bit. Sure.
Should we do our fave and rec?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Fave time. I'll go.
Please tell me what product are you loving right now?
I am loving a pair of jeans. Booty. These are by the brand Girlfriend Denim. I have never worn Girlfriend Denim because I find the sizing is totally 100% off. Like it's very confusing. And so I finally just learned I literally have to size up 2 sizes and then it fits. So that's
The sizing is also very inconsistent between
Oh,
the cuts. I
really?
feel like I've got, I'm like, okay, this is my size. I get 3 different pairs in that cut. And then I'm like, one's tight. One's loose,
that's the
one-
thing with Girlfriend Denim, I think. It's
Uh-huh.
just I never
it's
usually
trial
go
and
for
error,
it.
which
But Emma Leger posted about these jeans. There's these jeans that literally look so good on everyone. They're the Danielle jeans from Kate. I think they're literally $1,000. Like, I don't even know. Yeah.
rip.
Not for the saving money era. And
yeah, no. Kate's kind of like, that's like an expensive brand, right?
yeah, very expensive. But the jeans, like, literally, they have no stretch, but they, like, suck everything in.
Oh,
So she
okay.
posted, I think these are the ones because I found them. They're the Melanie High Rise Boot Cut. I have them in Tupelo tint, and I just bought them in another color too from Girlfriend. They, like I said, have quite literally no stretch, but I feel so like sucked in with them, but like so comfortable.
It's a real jean.
Yeah, it's a real jean. Oh my god,
Stiff jean.
Yeah, you really learn how people really feel about something when you wear something opposite. Like I always wear baggy jeans, and I know they're not always the most feminine, but I just feel more comfortable in them. I have insecurities, okay? And so when I put these on, everyone's like, girl, these are way better than the baggy jeans. I was like, noted. But they're a nice like straight cut, but I feel confident in them, and I wanted to shout them out. I had a lot of people DM me like, which jeans are these because they're unreal. But I will say I literally had to size up 2 sizes. And I'm saying that because I got them in like a 1 size above mine and it still like wasn't comfortable. So I think because there's literally no stretch, or it's just me, I don't know. But I'm really, really happy with them.
Some jeans, if it's a real jean, like I feel like if it's denim, like
Yeah,
true
like,
denim.
these are denim. You're so right.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
These I'm wearing like they're like jeggings, which
Yeah.
I think I'm back on it. Like it really is.
What do
It's
you got?
comfy. I'm wearing the mother ones that flare.
Oh yeah, those are
I'm
great
wearing
on
these
you.
to the ground. They're just so good.
They look so good on your
Thanks.
legs.
They're pretty much a skinny jean except for the bottom where it
Maybe
the
that's the
boot.
move.
Yeah.
That's how you can kind of get away with doing that, but it's still like
yes, because it's
chic and
more
this-
flattering. Because I tried to I was gonna go for like a looser jean, but I'm wearing a tight shirt, so then it like
it
bunched
went
at
out.
the
I
waist.
know what you mean.
And I was like, no, I need narrow.
Yeah.
So, trying
You
to
know what
play
I
with the
just purchased?
proportions.
Did I tell you about? Have you seen the sweatpant jeans?
You mentioned these.
I bought them, so
Oh.
reviews coming. They're the Rag and
Okay.
Bone.
Are they actually sweatpants? What did we?
Well, I don't
decide?
know. Updates to come next week.
You're a jean connoisseur these days. Look at
I'm just
you.
like pants are like the hardest thing for me. So anytime anyone that like has a similar body type to me or like
Yes.
I'm like I'll try it.
good for you. No, this is good. I jean recs go hard.
They
Like,
really do. I feel like someone gave you that rec.
yeah,
Bridget, right? Yeah, like I feel like it's like okay.
It wasn't a personalized rec. This was like a general.
like she posted about it, but
it wasn't
still,
like for
she
Brooke. She recommended me specifically.
Yeah.
No, this was like she posted them.
I love it. They're
Yeah.
great. So what are you loving?
I talk about a different blush every fucking week. I know. I'm
You are
aware.
a blush
Guys,
connoisseur,
I'm aware.
though.
No, I know. I I realize I do like blush.
Yeah.
Like that's in my, if I'm wearing like a few products like blushes in that rotation.
Yeah, like your deserted island.
Five
People
items.
love
Yeah.
that question.
I mean, if I'm on a desert island, I'm not wearing fucking
No, that's the
makeup.
thing
Let's
with that
talk
question.
about it.
Like maybe I need sunscreen, but it's
Yeah.
like people are like, I have to have my mascara. I'm like, do you?
No,
You're gonna
I would
sweat it
take
off.
like a canteen maybe and
Yeah.
some water. And
Can I swap out for some other essential goods?
Yeah, maybe like like that military style food that you add a little bit of the water,
Yes.
like activates it. Like that cannot be one of my 5
Can
products.
I swap out my blush for that, please? Like, no, it's crazy. So a blush.
Dehydrated? Like,
Yeah, literally.
the ice cream, the NASA like ice cream. That's like
Those are such a field trip staple. The NASA ice cream or the space ice cream, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
It's the Rare Beauty powder blush.
I saw this.
It's gorgeous. It's
It
in the
looks so
color
pretty.
Cheer. And then I went to link it on Sephora and it says like Cheer, Selena's custom shade or something. So this is like,
Oh, well, there you
yeah,
go.
I know. So I guess, I mean, she has dark hair. So I guess I was like, okay, like maybe that makes sense.
It's like her go-to shade, basically.
I guess they made it.
So they have like a little like highlight in them, right? They're
Yes.
so pretty.
It's just, it has this sheen. When I first put it on, I was like, this could either be terrible
yeah,
or
like in the
hit.
light.
I don't think I'm going to wear it every day, but like I feel like for spring, it's kind of hitting right now. So
Spring it is hitting. I'm like looking at it in the
it
monitor.
has like a little glow.
It looks so
I need to try the other shades of this blush to see if they all have this effect or
Yeah.
if it's only this one.
They look like
Yes.
they do on the. In the
I've never had so
packaging.
many like link click swipe ups on a makeup product before. I feel like I'm like,
That's always when you know.
my foundation, my
Yeah.
concealer, my mascara.
and
but the
blush was- oh,
this specific. I've linked blush before, but like this one, I feel like people
Yeah,
went hard in the paint.
that means it looks good.
Yeah,
and it
thanks.
hit. It's
They
always
like
fun to
this
see
one.
what people swipe up on. We still say swipe up. I love it.
Oh, you're
I still say
link
it too.
click.
Link
Yeah.
clicks. He. Well, thank you for
Yeah,
that.
so shout out. We didn't go to that event, but it looked nice. The
I know. Selena
Selena,
is just doing the events.
I know, isn't she tired?
And that was on a Saturday night. She spent her
know.
Saturday night with the influencers. That's really nice.
What I was jealous about that event, there was a rare beauty event in New York that we were invited to, but we both couldn't go this weekend. The glam bot.
I know. And it was like him. Like,
But I noticed they have him doing the bit now. Brands are hiring him. I just saw Dove did it too.
I mean, it's genius because
I
people are
know.
like, I want to do Glambot.
Of course.
That's
Probably how he makes his money, right? Like I
No,
feel like
I
he's like, we're
know.
taking the glam bot to
has he like made that a proprietary thing for him? Like, I feel like people could copy it. I'm sure people do.
But he's the guy.
But it's like it's
though.
him that's at the red carpets. He's doing the Met Gala and he's also doing Rare Beauty event. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Wonder how expensive he is.
I feel like you have to spend a
Drop
pretty
a
penny
dollar.
to get the
Yeah.
to get the official glam bot. But those videos are so cool. They come out so sick.
I know they
Yeah.
really just make you look like a boss ass biatch.
Yep.
Rec of the week.
What are you recommending?
It's an influencer and I love her.
Oh.
I forget if I talked about this on the podcast. I know
Is it
we've
someone
talked
that-
about it. I told you about her. Her name's Chelsea Kramer. She lives in Miami. She just makes me want to live in Miami at some point in my life, not forever, but she is just the cutest. She's the founder of Park. If you've seen that brand,
Oh.
Park with an E.
Okay. I have heard about this.
Yes.
She's looped in with there's someone else that's like in this brand founder. Like is she friends
Oh.
with people that maybe I'm trying to think.
Perhaps. She sends like things to a lot of our friends. Maybe you've just
Okay.
seen it. Like I saw like Bridget post in a sweatshirt and then like
Okay.
later on they like DM me and I was like, oh, the founder seems so cool. She's just adorable. Like just a really fun follow, very positive. She does a lot of timestamp day in my life and she just lives a good life. You know, it's just one of
Yeah.
those people. She's very aspirational and
Mhm.
I really enjoy her content and she lives in Florida and she's just so cutesy and happy and it just her happiness radiates through the screen and
Oh, that's
it's very
sweet.
refreshing.
Yeah.
So I highly suggest
What
Chelsea Kramer.
does the brand sell?
I've been wearing these boxer pants like no other from them. They have boxer pants. They also just came out with their own version of like a horseshoe jean that are a little bit less horseshoe, but of course they're sold out right now. They also have other baggy denim.
Jean,
Oh my god,
Jean, another Jean.
I can't stop talking about jeans. You're so right.
Danielle Jean.
Danielle Jean Carolyn. That's really silly. But yeah, she's just a great follow and I look forward to her TikToks. Even though I feel like everyone I follow, I have to go onto like I never see her TikToks. I have to go to Brooke Michio to like then I feel like I catch up on like 4 of them. It's so sad. I don't know why.
For her, for everybody's
For everyone that I follow, I have to like click on her page.
Me too. They come up forever, and then you click follow, and then they never come up
Yeah,
again.
it's like sayonara.
Yeah, but your Instagram stories are not coming up for me. I have to
Still?
I have to manually go to your page,
I don't like to
and
hear
it's
that.
really it's a lot of work.
I know.
It's a missing story. No, I'm kidding. I like think about it. I'm like, wow, I didn't see Danielle's stories today. And then I go, and then I have so many.
My face is lit up. It's like the circle around
mine.
Oh, I know you said that the other day, but I thought that would have ended by now.
No, it has not ended.
Same with Katie too.
There's a few people.
It's like people you're most active with.
You guys always used to come up so
yeah,
first. And
you're
now,
always my
wow,
first.
Thanks.
My number one.
Oh, thank you.
So
it should be reciprocated. I don't know what happened.
I don't
Somehow I'm
either.
at the
They'll have
back
to
of the
get it together
line.
at Meta.
Algorithms.
What are you recommending to me and the gals?
I watched Quiet on Set, the docu-series or whatever. I think that there's one more episode out that I didn't see, but it's if you didn't know, it's about like child actors, I guess, and
in the industry.
yes, on HBO. It highlights a lot of Nickelodeon, which I'm a Nick kid, so like I really, and just like the dark side of the industry, and you're like, damn, I am not letting my kids do that. So I think everything worked out for us that we didn't end up in the industry.
Yep. Yeah,
God
it's
has
crazy
planned for us.
Like so many people have come out and been like, I had that experience too. Like that's really sad. Like
totally,
it's so sad because those shows made us so happy, and like we just aspired to be them and everything, and they were just dealing with so much. It's a really interesting. Ryan and I started it. We're on like episode 2, so I'm a little behind.
Yeah,
or like 5 maybe.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot of nostalgia and like the 90s stuff and like the Drake Bell of it all. I can't believe that like this is all coming out now. Like it really, like that was because he was anonymous for a while, and then like it just is crazy to me that they went through all that. So a really good one. Definitely sad, like a downer, but
yeah. This is so off topic. Well, it's not off topic. It has to do with shows. When is Summer I Turned Pretty season 3 coming out? Is what I need to know. Did you watch season 2?
I never finished it.
Oh,
but
so
yeah,
unfortunate.
I feel like that's your.
It gets you excited for summer. That's
I know. Oh, is it like going to come out this summer before?
It usually comes out in like May of that summer, at least the last 2 years. But I know like with the writer's strike and everything, I don't know.
Oh, things are
shifting a little. So I was just, I don't know why I decided to ask you that, but I was just curious.
But I do feel like there's good stuff coming out though. I've been seeing some trailers.
I'm looking forward to it. I need like some new TV. I always say that, and then I'm like, I don't watch TV. But tonight I'm like gonna go home and like, oh, let me talk about that luteal phase. So I saw like one random TikTok, and it was like, does anyone else just like understand the idea of the luteal phase ugly? And I was like, what the fuck does this mean? The luteal phase ugly? So I looked it up and I took some notes. So around the 15th day of a 28-day cycle for period, if you're,
It's like halfway.
Yeah.
A little more. Than
you are in your luteal phase. So it's like right before your period, whatever. You feel more anxious. You can feel more triggered. Your inner critic comes out, tired, feel ugly.
Oh.
I know. And so then I saw these tips about like and one of the biggest thing is during this time, prioritize alone time. So that's going to be me tonight. I feel like today, like, oh my God, like in the Uber today, I don't know why it pissed me off so much. I was drinking out of like a little canister. I had my coffee in there. It was 10 a.m. in the morning. And the guy turns around and goes, is that wine? And I don't know why it pissed me off.
that set your day off. That right there.
I was like, it's coffee. And he goes, uh-huh. And it pissed me off that he didn't believe me. I'm like, do you want to sniff it? Like, it's coffee. Fuck off. Also, it was like, he almost like wanted a sip. I was like, you're driving. No. It like bothered me so much, and then it just set off. So like everything else that happened today, I was like, fuck you. Like, it was just
You're having one of those
negative Nancy
those days. Yeah.
So I think I'm in my luteal phase.
Okay. My thing with the phases and the whatever, like, I think if you're on birth control, like, it's all void.
Stop.
Like, I'm pretty sure like Lucy's not.
Oh my God.
That's the whole thing.
Is that why you're saying the IUD?
Like, I don't think you can get your hormones like all of that hormone
I
stuff.
thought that
I'm
was with
pretty sure,
IUDs.
from what I understand, like, because
But I still feel PMS. Like, I feel all those things.
no, I know you still feel PMS. I just think it's.
Wait, why did you tell me this before we started recording?
Well,
I'm Googling.
Because I didn't know how deep into it you were going to go. You like wrote down like the symptoms and everything. I didn't realize you prepared that much. I thought that you were just going to say, I heard about this thing.
No, like I
You
feel
went
like I'm
deep.
in it. See, this is what, if someone can tell me anything, I'm like, that's me right now. Can you feel luteal phase?
Yeah, like, anyone else feeling off? And you Google like anyone else feeling off, and it's like,
Yeah.
obviously you're going to like get the results. Yeah.
Yeah. I just need like an easy answer. No, it's just
I don't
not.
know. Maybe not. That's just because it's like with the Aura ring, like how it could sync with natural cycles with like
No,
your
yeah,
temperature.
that totally
but
makes
it's like
sense.
if you're on birth control, like it's void because it's canceling. Like it's basically like canceling each other out.
Yeah,
negative.
no, that total. I know what you mean because everyone talks about like taking your temperature and the natural cycles, and that's like a whole thing.
But if you're on birth control, like that doesn't.
It's just totally
not,
void.
Yes.
That's so weird because no matter what, the week before my period, I'm so anxious. And like I'm
it
not
could be true.
tracking
No,
it.
maybe it is. Don't let me discredit you.
No, but I'm
Maybe
glad you're
it
saying this, so I'm
is.
not telling everyone like these false things.
No, it could be true though.
Lucy said, with forms of the hormonal pill, your body is not going through its natural menstrual cycle. Woof. Well,
but I'm glad that you have.
I feel like I'm a part of something though.
You're like, this explains everything.
You know, well then why am I feeling anything?
I mean, we said it could be the eclipse, you know?
Yeah,
like,
my mom says it's the
oh,
eclipse.
did she say that?
Yeah, like there's
What did
like
she say
all this
about the
crazy
eclipse?
energy. Well, apparently you're like not supposed to manifest stuff during the eclipse.
Yeah.
Because like you're like letting go of shit, so it's like don't do that. So I didn't do anything. I was just like, I don't know what to do.
Danielle invited
I'm
me
in
to the
my
park.
luteal eclipse.
Yeah, you're like, you want to come to the park? We're getting a group together. I was like, I'm good, thanks.
I did do that.
Yeah, you did. You were like, we're getting a small group gathering going. I was like, it's 3 p.m. on this Wednesday or whatever day it was.
I got a
Monday.
group together.
You did get a group together. Did you have to go through a lot of texts to get that group together?
No. Me and Cassidy, Ryan and I were going. That's where it started.
Yeah.
And then I went to a workout class, saw Cassidy and Kit, and they were
Yeah.
like, Kit was like, my mom keeps telling me I need to watch this eclipse. I was like, yeah, I know. My dad too. Like, I'm going with Ryan at this time. And then they literally came.
And then you
And brought the Kimberly
yeah, and then
came
you
too.
got your group together. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was more, I was more so texting you because, you know, you're my friend.
No, that's so
and
nice of you.
No, and I
felt
texted
really
Delaney too. I
included.
texted you
Oh,
too.
that's nice.
Because we had the glasses. I was like, I know not everyone has the
I
glasses.
actually didn't have the glasses, so I should have maybe come for the
I know.
glasses.
But it really wasn't that cool. I can't lie.
Yeah. I feel like the close-up pictures that like came out from like the photographers and stuff
Yeah.
were really cool because you could like really see the detail in it.
Yeah, the line of
But I was
totality
there,
was
I
like the cooler areas.
experienced it.
It was cool to just see like everyone in New York up looking at the sky.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
I did
you
walk
saw
on the
that.
street at that time,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wow, I've never
It's
seen
pretty
this many people
special.
just all looking at the same thing."
I know. It
Yeah.
makes you realize you're just like this little bean on earth.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. We love Squarespace here at Gals on the Go. If you go to galsonthegopodcast.com, you will see our amazing website, and that was made on Squarespace. There are just so many different tools and product features on Squarespace that just makes it so amazing. For example, they have different ways that you can have video on there. You can have a video platform, which is really fun. You can get so many analytics. This is one of my favorite parts. You can measure your end-to-end online performance with powerful website and seller analytics. You can get insights on top traffic sources, understand how your reach is growing, track sales metrics, and so much more. You can easily manage your clients and invoices, from vetting leads to receiving payment via invoices in one streamlined, customized workflow. Like, truly, there are so many different ways that you can use Squarespace, which I absolutely love. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/gals to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
And it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you're
Wow, I'm
just
still
fine.
recovering from this luteal phase conversation.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm still prioritizing me time tonight.
Oh, you definitely should. No, maybe,
Maybe my specific one.
maybe your birth control is light. Like, you're on birth control light. Like,
Birth control. That's just so sad. Like
ugh.
I just don't understand.
I don't understand either. That's why they say you have to like go off of birth control entirely to
To
like,
like see how you would
learn
feel.
basically. But like, I can't do that. That's not gonna
But
happen.
this is so crazy because I feel like everyone I know, a lot of my friends are on birth control, and we all talk about, I'm right before my period, I'm feeling shitty. Like, but maybe it's
you
more
still
physical
PMS,
symptoms.
but maybe you don't go through every phase.
Yeah, so maybe okay.
I don't know though.
Yeah, justify this.
No, I definitely would experience have
Yeah.
experienced like some like.
It's like, I started my period. That
so
makes
like
sense.
I crave chocolate. Like there's still like some.
Yeah, I
things
definitely
that
crave
are-
chocolate. But it goes to show like how much we stereotype and we just like assume, and here I am.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
glad we cleared that up.
That's gonna be so much work one day, like getting off of it and having to go through that whole education process because I've just been on it for literally forever. So that's
know.
gonna be
It's gonna be
a lot.
fun.
But I'm happy right now. I'm happy with where I'm at.
Yeah.
I like my light periods and everything, so I'm good with it.
So yeah, you did more this past weekend.
I did. I went to my brother's school. He had like a big senior day celebration for
Aw.
lacrosse. Which, I put the date in my calendar weeks ago. I was like, let's go. Like the team's doing so well. A few weeks ago, Sal's playing in a game and Sal hurts his knee. you know, he falls. I wasn't there, but allegedly, like, you know, he was like in a lot of pain. And my guy's he's a tough guy. I will say, my guy. Like, you know how you know your siblings. Like, I feel like some siblings like she hit me. Like, no, he's tough.
He's tough.
Like,
He's tough. He's
And
a Michio.
He's a Michio. And he was hurt, and then they went through like all the testing or whatever. He tore his ACL. That's long story short. So he's out, you know, for the season for life. That was the end, actually. That was the end of his lacrosse season because he's a senior, and that's
really,
like
really
the end.
sad.
Yeah. I think my parents took it harder than he did.
Oh, yeah. How is,
My
like,
dad's
he was kind of more like,
I think he was sad, but he, like, what is there to do about it is the thing. Like, I feel like it's not, like, I think it's important to, like, talk through your feelings and everything, but it's not like, okay, well, it happened. I don't know. There's not really much you could do. You just have to work on getting healthy, and, like, you know, it's a recoverable thing most of the time.
yeah.
You know. But I do understand the emotions that come with that. He's been playing lacrosse since he was like literally 3 years old or whatever, right? You know, maybe not 3. Can you play lacrosse at 3? Like, what age?
Since you could start playing.
What
sports.
age do they put you in at? Like 5? Like, you know, the little
5, 6, yeah.
with the mini sticks or whatever.
I'm sure he was 3 years old.
Yeah,
whacking that thing though.
Yeah. So then I feel like my family was all sad. But the senior day, they still like did like a celebration or whatever.
Was he like a team captain?
No, he actually wasn't, which I thought about that. I was like, why weren't you a captain?
Was...
And like my brother was like, I'm just not like that. Like whatever. I was like, oh, what? Because I always thought him as like a leader.
Wasn't he on like a billboard?
Yeah, he was.
So I was like, he's definitely the team captain.
No, he just was like a good, like one of the star players. So he was like probably top 3 players on the team.
Slay.
Yeah. Yeah, they put his picture on like a billboard and stuff, like for the school. Like
driving into campus.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, go off. And
that's
then
really
this
cool.
happened. Yeah, so someone's got a curse on him or something, because that's just unfortunate. But a lot of people do tear their ACL.
It's so common.
Yeah.
Especially when you're so active like that, because you're moving your body in all kinds of ways. I feel so bad too, because I remember I was with you and I was like, oh, hopefully it's not ACL. And you're like, I think it is. I was like, oh, fuck.
But I guess it was like decent. Like it's okay, because it could have been like ACL, MCL, like meniscus, which so he got a surgery yesterday. I didn't tell you. They did it quick. Yeah.
Wow.
They got him in. They were like, we're getting you in because we want to be able to go to Italy, and he has to walk around.
Right. That's a lot of walking.
I know, and stairs and everything. I was thinking about that.
Lots
and
of
he
stairs.
doesn't have to have crutches.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do they think he'll be good by then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I think he'll be good by then. Because he's gonna go back to school
tough.
and
He's
like
a
do the physical therapy or whatever, like with the person. I don't know. It's a lot, but he'll be fine.
Was it fun though to like do the family day?
Yeah, it was so cute. They give like a little announcement, and like, you know, they say like with his sister Brooke and mom and dad. Yeah, and then like we take pictures.
Joined by. They always say stuff like that. Joined by his sister Brooke, mom Adina,
and father Sal. It's
Yeah.
Sal Michio from Northport. Yeah,
That's really
cute.
I love shit like that.
Me too. Oh, when they said my name, I was like, me.
Not to make this about
No,
me.
I literally in the video I go. Like I make like a shocked face.
Like, oh my God, they said my name.
I didn't expect it.
Oh, that's really cute.
I'm getting recognized. I didn't do anything.
I feel so lucky. No, you went there that day.
Yeah, I did.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I did. We did drive. Yeah, Ben came. He held all our stuff. We were taking photos. I was like, "Sorry, do you mind?" And my mom's like, "Do you mind actually holding my purse, my jacket, and all this?" Like we gave him everything.
Sometimes you just that's the duty of the day.
He knew his role.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then we drove back. We had a really social day. Then we saw like one of Ben's friends for lunch, and then we drove back and like I had a pregame.
Lunch with other. That's a long.
And then I had a pregame and I went to a concert that night. So that was like the most social, like 3 social activities in a day. That's a lot for me.
That's a lot. No, that's a lot for anybody.
Yeah.
Especially all those different types of things.
And it's all different people, like meeting new people for the first time, like family, friends. Where
oh, that's fun. How's the concert?
A little bit of everything.
Did you rave?
Fun. Yeah.
You raved.
And my quarterly
rave. That's funny. You should start saying.
I got out. Let's just say, but it just ruins your next day. Like your next day was just completely like a
wash.
Yeah, you wake up at noon. You're like, okay,
because you
like,
have
this
to
is
sleep.
the con of the late nights or whatever.
I wish they would just stop doing that with those concerts. Like, why can't it start at even midnight? Like, why do these have to start at 2 a.m.? I have to know. These DJ concerts.
There's some venues. There's one that I really, really like, Forest Hill Stadium, that you went to.
Oh yeah.
The noise ordinance, it has to be done by 10.
Yeah, that's stunning.
A dream.
A dream for everyone.
Amazing. You could go out again after if you want.
Yes, I think that's better.
Uh-huh. Or you could go to
or you could go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Oh, I had something written down that I did a last week.
Oh, she giggles.
Last week I wrote my will. No, this is dead serious. I literally did. It's kind of related to like some financial decisions that I'm making, but I didn't know that I had to do this. Like I I have to laugh, otherwise I'll cry. Because like I genuinely, I mean, I can't even believe that I did this.
You
I
like
didn't-
literally had to. Like it wasn't like, oh, I should do it. You had to.
Like the lawyer that I work with, like she was like, like I just think you should just do the whole thing. Basically, like if you're gonna do part of it, like just do the whole thing because it's like it makes it easier, I guess,
Oh
to
my
kind of
God,
rather
that's
than
so
just having like the
depressing.
financial piece or whatever. So we had to like literally, I sit down and she was like, okay, and I thought it was just gonna be the like, who do you want to leave everything to? I left it all to Sal. Like I guess I thought I didn't. It was too much work for me to go through and be like my handbag collection to
Yeah.
Danielle. Like,
I know. I'm like, where am I?
I told them to
Danielle gets the
allocate.
Kelly.
You're like, I'm waiting for that.
I'll take that. I'm like, what else would I like from your apartment?
Yeah, you can take my boucle spinning chair.
Oh, I do
to
love
dinner.
that chair.
I didn't write out. She was like telling me like some people write like an itemized list, which
That's
maybe
a
later in
lot.
life. This was like I was like this is just not
general
Yeah,
something
no,
to-
I was like it's so that people can't claim like she told me she would leave me
Yeah.
her like this or something. So I didn't really get too detailed, but I
Wow,
just like
that's a
kind of
young
did
age
that.
to write a real will.
It's just because of like a few like financial things and
Yeah.
whatever that I'll talk about in the coming weeks. But then I had to do like the medical pieces, which was scary.
Oh my
Like
God.
the like life support
Oh,
and like
like,
whatever. It was
ugh.
like the rules of all that. I was like, this
Who's
is
in charge of it?
too-
If like,
yeah, like so like who's gonna pull the plug? I was
Oh,
like, holy shit. I didn't put Sal for that. I put my parents for that. I was like, I don't trust
Yeah.
Sal for that decision. No offense. I was like, if we're pulling the plug, my parents.
yeah, I'll let my
like, in
parents make that
charge.
decision. I'm
I
not
think Sal
letting
would be
Sal.
like, fuck it, just do
Yeah.
it. Like,
Oh
I
my
would be so-
God.
this is dark humor.
That's such
but
a
I was
huge
like,
thing
what?
to
I
do.
just didn't expect. I thought that it was just gonna be the
Oh, yeah, like a
financial
couple
stuff.
questions.
No, and then she was like, okay, now for like long term care. I was like, whoa, wait, I have to consult my lawyer, but she is my lawyer. Like,
That is so big that you did that. Thank
yeah,
you for
no,
sharing.
it's tough. Yeah, not tough. I'm happy to have done it. Like, you don't need to do it. Also, like, it's just kind of like if you're. I asked my
Uncertain.
parents, and I called my parents after. I was like, oh, so, like, how was it when you guys did yours? They're like, we've actually never done that. I was like, holy fuck.
I refuse to even ask my parents. Like, I don't even want to know.
No, I know. It's like weird to talk about, but at the same time,
It is good to talk about
it's good to talk about. So like I get
know.
it. Like I see both sides of the like I understand. I'm a big like jinxer, like knock on wood, like that type of person.
Yeah.
But I do think it's kind of good to like be like, okay,
Wow.
this information is out there. Like
I was
you
not
know.
expecting that to come out of your mouth. That was
no, I
epic.
didn't. What am I gonna post? Like on my way to write my will. Like
Just wrote my
sign-
will out for the day.
Yeah, just signed my contract. No, I did put myself together in like a little chic outfit. I was like, I'm going to sign contracts, and then I was like, oh, I'm writing my fucking will.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
oh
what I'm
my
doing today.
God,
Making deals.
yeah, that was the deal that I
Taking
made.
names.
Yeah,
Wow.
27, baby. We're
Yeah,
starting strong.
Yeah, I know. That's big kid shit. That's big kid shit. Adult shit.
Yeah.
But big kid. We're big kids.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have no words. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah,
though.
that's like the big update. It's kind of related. It's not for funsies. Like I wasn't just like today.
Not a random decision that Brooke usually does.
No. Yeah, like today I'll write my will.
So I went to a wedding this past weekend. It was my second, or I guess it was my third friend wedding. And it's so funny because these were like all my friends from college, like all of Ryan's fraternity brothers. It was so interesting being in a setting like that with them because I'm used to like being in like party hardy frat house, and it was like, oh hi, how are you guys doing? How are the kids? Like it was like that
Everyone
vibe.
takes on this like they're acting. Like
It's like wedding
yes!
roles, and everyone loves to talk about. Oh, I've got 8 this year. You know, like someone literally has 8 weddings this year.
Wow, just compare it.
8.
Like
No, everyone's like, oh, I'm like, oh, I have 4. Like shit, like you know,
Yeah,
it's like a funny
yeah,
thing, and it's like, oh, what are they doing for their honeymoon? Oh, the mini moon. It's like I was literally laughing. I'm like, we all have been like drunk in a basement together, and now we're all like, oh, how do you
Yeah.
do?
You literally like watch this guy pee himself on a couch, like, and now he's
And now they're like getting like
Yeah, they're
everyone's
engaged,
getting
yeah.
engaged and married, and it was really so crazy. I was honestly so prepared. I only got like 2, like, how about you and Ryan? I was like really preparing myself.
because it's always that question.
It's always that
Yeah, next-
question.
next
And I
step,
actually
next this.
I asked my therapist this because I've talked about it on the podcast. I'm like, it honestly, I don't know why it bothers me, but like everyone always has to ask. And I get it because we always think about, oh, when will they
Yeah.
get engaged?
Well, I will say you don't ask, but almost everybody else does. I feel like you're like
I
considerate
try to be,
not,
yeah.
but other people
do.
like it's just even people who are single will ask though. Like I feel like it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like so that they can like compare themselves. It's almost
Oh, no,
to be
no, no, not
polite,
to
but you're
compare.
like, I get it.
No, I know.
Yes.
And I totally.
So what
I
did your
do
therapist
ask
say?
them.
Did she give you a
Oh,
tactic?
well, she was like, more so because I love Ryan and I want to like come off in a positive way because
Mhm.
like Ryan and I were like, what do we say when people ask? And my therapist said to say, we're just loving this season of life right now. And we're really happy.
Oh, that's.
And I was
Did
like,
you
that's,
tell him before you're like, this is our answer? We're alive.
well, I mean, Ryan saying, we're just loving the season we're in right now. I'm sure he was like, we're just loving New York, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're just living the
we're
life.
just vibing day by day.
Day by day, my friend. No, but
We're just loving this season of life we're in.
I know. But it really worked. Like, someone asked me, and I was like, I don't know. I said whatever in the moment. I was just something along those lines. And she was like, oh, I love that. Like, I love that for you. And I was like, thank you. Instead of like, oh, I don't know. Like, I want to do that. Why does it have to be like that? Just be like, I'm loving the season of life I'm in right now. And that's it.
Wow, that's great. That's a really solid answer.
I know, because that is the truth.
No, it
I
is.
was like,
It
why
is.
can't I figure out what to say? And it's like, just say what you feel. And that's because you like your life right now and you don't want to change it at the moment.
Yeah.
When you're ready, you'll do it.
Yeah.
So there's just a few of those, but it was so fun.
It looked like a gorgeous, gorgeous Southern wedding. You just are on the Southern Wind,
Southern
circuit.
Little Beaufort, South Carolina moment. It was beautiful. I feel like they don't really wear sweat sets there.
Yeah.
Because not like my friends that I was with, but like I was walking around town right before we left, and I had two separate different people ask me, "You going for a jog?" You know, like in the olden days, like you wear your your jogging suit. I was like, I'm like in this like Alexander Wang sweat set, and they're like, "This bitch is going for a jog." I'm like, I'm just going to the airport, but sure. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
Like here, everyone wears sweat sets.
Yeah, they're more Lululemon.
Yeah, they were more Lululemon. Not even like outfits.
Like jeans.
Like these are like
yeah,
like
yeah. I know what you
jeans,
mean.
linen pants with like the sarong,
like the type like you're going to the store, gotta put your face on, like
Yeah,
that kind of vibe.
like that vibe.
Yeah, put together.
It was
Always
so pretty there though. Never been. It was nice
Yeah,
to
I don't
like
think
go
I've
down
ever been.
south.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these weddings that you're gonna go to are gonna be kind of destination-ish for you because you're gonna get to explore some parts of the world. Look at you. You're
Absolutely.
a little explore. Wait, do you actually have 4 weddings this year?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I
I'll
didn't
tell you
realize.
later.
Wow. Look at you.
I don't know if I'm going to one of them, if I can go to one of them, but I am invited to 4.
Wow.
I know. It like came out of nowhere.
No, because I think I have 4, and you were like, oh,
Yeah,
wow,
and then they kind of just popped up.
I'm telling you, that's the thing.
I
These
know.
Weddings.
I'm so excited. I've already said this, but I'm so excited to go on my first bachelorette this fall. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah, that will be really
You've
fun.
been on 1
Yeah.
or 2?
I went on 1. I'm going on
you're going
another
on another?
one. Yeah, this fall.
That I'm
And
very
then I
excited
think I have some next year. Like, yeah, things are
Oh my god.
filling in.
No, things are really filling in, and it's like, whoa, there's a lot happening.
I know,
Oh,
no, Ben and I were actually looking. We're like, well, we're gonna have a pretty busy 2025, but things relax again in 2026. I was like, holy.
you already have 2025 stuff, like weddings?
Yes.
Oh, I don't
Yes,
yet,
like my
wow.
calendar. Like I'm like, wow, things are filling in.
And then it's like the whole game of like when you see someone get engaged, you're like, so do you think we'll get invited? Like it's always
Yes.
like, oh, like, okay, they got engaged. Like we've been friends with them recently. Oh, I haven't talked to her recently, so we probably won't be invited. It's like a whole thing. Like even at the wedding, they're like, I don't know, we haven't kept up, so I don't know if I'll be invited. It's like a whole thing.
Yes.
But then people also love to complain about all the weddings they have this year, but then they want to get invited to all of them.
No, I think it's a blessing if you're not. Like I think you have to take it as like a okay.
Like,
but
okay.
I understand like being a little bit offended, especially if it's
Oh,
like
and I'm
yes,
the same way.
Yeah.
I am that
totally.
person too. I just laugh at myself. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of sad I didn't get invited. But at the same time, you're like, oh, I have all these weekends of
Yes.
weddings.
But and then you see also how big of a wedding it is. Like if it's like truly 100-person wedding or something.
You're like, okay,
like,
that makes sense. That was intimate.
I'm not in the top 100.
No.
Including
But then
family.
if it's like a ton of people are like, okay, well, you see one person that went like, I know her better than Sally. Like it's so funny. Wedding era
Wedding
is so
culture.
funny. And I'm hearing that like there's like this first era of like in your 20s and then like in your 30s there's like another round of like weddings.
Oh.
I feel like that makes sense.
Especially
But I'm
going to
like, when does
college
it
in the
stop?
South, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's like that. A lot of our friends are
Yes.
from the South. You know what I did last night?
What did you do last night?
I didn't post about it. How crazy am I? I was off the grid. I went to trivia. And I want you to come next time. It was in
This
Lower
is
East Side.
Ryan's trivia.
Yeah.
Ryan is running up this trivia. Did you win?
No.
Oh.
And I want to teach a little lesson.
Okay.
There were so many times the music, there was a category where they play songs and you just have to guess who the artist was. Literally, one, I was like, oh, this sounds like the Beatles. But you just start to second guess yourself and no one else at the table knew. And I was like, it's the Bee Gees, like the Bee Gees, whatever. It was the Beatles. I know, so random. Of me.
I don't even think I could name a song by the Bee Gees. Like,
No,
what?
I was so proud of it. Well, it wasn't them, but.
Yeah.
So then it was the Beatles and they're like, Danielle, oh my
Do you
God.
lose points by guessing?
No, but you just don't win. We got 5th place. There was 10 groups. So, I mean, we weren't the worst, we weren't the best.
Yeah.
But then there was another one, and I was like, I swear to God, I was like, this kind of sounds like Victoria Monet, but it kind of sounds like Ariana Grande. It was a collab with the both of them.
So if you
But
said-
I didn't answer it. I said it was Tate McRae. So this all goes to show.
You're saying like 3 answers for each one. Like obviously one of them's gonna be correct. I hate to tell you that, but like, you don't get 3 options. You get one.
No. But the song, I literally said this sounds like Ariana Grande and that was the song. But I didn't know the song. I was like, that just sounds like there's voices. And then another time it was like, how many times are you supposed to fold a flag? And I was like, maybe like 13, because like 13 colonies. And then we put 11. It was 13. So like this all goes to show, you know when you're like scared when you're in a group, like I believe in my answer.
Mm-hmm.
No one else was pushing for one. So just be like, let's just do mine. I don't know.
Maybe you could have come in 4th place.
Yeah, I know.
Or
but it's
third.
really fun. It got me like feeling competitive. I'm like, I want to go back next week and like.
This is the same trivia that Ryan had told me a few weeks ago. He was like, I'm running up this trivia.
He told you this?
Yes. When we were at the basketball game, he was like, I have been going to trivia and we've been winning.
They
They have a really good team, allegedly.
One of the guys, and he wasn't there. He couldn't come till late last night. So he came just as we ended. We really needed him. Because he said he literally goes to bed reading Wikipedia, apparently, this guy.
That's an amazing trivia team member.
No, and so after the answers we got wrong, we were like asking him. He knew all the answers. I was like,
Damn.
I know. But then I'm like, guys, maybe it's good he wasn't there. Like, we like actually played, all of us.
Did you enjoy it?
I had so much fun. There was another one you had to list like 9 of Beyonce's songs that like have been in the charts. I really want you to come next time.
I really think I would enjoy
would
this. This
love
sounds
it.
lovely.
I was
It's
with
on
Delaney
Monday,
too.
Tuesday?
Tuesdays. I'll text you
I
the
think you
dates
can
next time we
pencil
go.
me in. I think I
I think you would love it. You would be an asset.
Oh, really?
You would be an asset.
Shit, then I'll be there.
Yeah.
The team needs me?
The team needs you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be so
You're
fun.
saying that...
And we got tater tots. It was so fun.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This sounds wonderful.
I know. I'm like, and it's like in the Lower East Side, so
Yeah.
it's low lift for you.
Oh, and I have a competitive spirit.
I know.
So this is...
We need some competitive spirit in
Do you
there.
like raise your hand to answer?
No, it's all on the phone. But there's like an announcer,
Oh.
and they play like music in between. I think you would really enjoy it.
Oh, that sounds so
It's a fun,
fun.
like, it reminds me of like college, like Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Like
I always say I want to do. That's like something that like I feel like I'm like
Yeah.
trivia, and I play Trivial Pursuit and stuff. But like not.
you have to
know.
get someone to be like, we're going. This is the bar that does it. You have to like do it. So we're doing
You
it.
gotta do it.
So that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all we got. That's a wrap.
That's
Thank you.
a wrap.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. To the gals gabs.
The inner minds of Brooke and Danielle. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.